What is up, everybody? It's Jamey. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to the channel. Got a fun video for you today as we are going to be unboxing each of the leather iPhone 13 cases from Apple. Now, ideally, I would have the phone when I'm unboxing these so I can put on the phone and see what it looks like, but we don't have it yet. It's coming out on Friday. I still thought it would be a good idea to unbox each of these cases so you can get a good idea of the color, see what it looks like, so you can make a better decision when you're thinking about potentially picking up one of these cases for yourself. I'm going to be doing a separate video taking a look at all the silicone cases from Apple. There's a bunch of those that came out, so take a look at that video as well if you're looking at either the leather case or the silicone case from Apple. So taking a look at each of the new leather cases from Apple on the iPhone 13. The Pro, whether it's the regular Pro or the Max, 13 or 13 mini, they're all the same color offerings. So we have the wisteria color, then there's a darker color called midnight. I think it's essentially like a black. Then we have dark cherry, the green, which is sequoia green, and then a golden brown. I think it's interesting that there is no like saddle brown or that traditional like caramel color brown leather option in this year's leather cases. I guess the golden brown is like what that maybe replacement is for right now. But one thing I am curious about is if maybe there's some design difference in these cases versus what we found in the leather cases for the iPhone 12, because I did have issues with the color wearing away. I wouldn't call the color wearing away patina. Patina, I guess, could be a blanketed term for wear. But if the color is coming off of your case after 3 months or even less of use, I would say that's a defect, not patina. So I would love it if they were able to fix that in this case. Otherwise, I'd probably just stick with maybe some of those darker colors so that difference in the black leather undertones coming through when the color comes away, it's not going to be as noticeable. One item that I forgot to mention real quick that is somewhat important: each of the Apple leather cases, no matter which model, iPhone 13, 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max, all the leather cases are all the same price. They're $59.99, kind of steep, and they have MagSafe capability. So the first case we're going to start with is the golden brown color. Same minimal packaging that you can expect with all of Apple products. I don't see anything different here in the packaging than any of the other cases that we're used to seeing. It does say that the leather is a high quality, supple leather, so we'll see if that's actually true. I mean, these are expensive cases at, I think, like $59.99 a piece for the 13 Pro that I picked up. So just looking at the case itself, it seems kind of the standard that we can expect from other cases. I will say that maybe my senses aren't super accurate, but the case does smell a little bit more leather-like than what I'm used to. I could be wrong there, but you still have the nice kind of, I don't know, microfiber or suede felt material on the inside for protection. The buttons are similar with the shinier aspect on all of the buttons. And the biggest noticeable difference that you're going to see is a more extended lip for the camera cutout. The golden brown color, for me, I would say it's not bad. I like their traditional like saddle brown color personally. I don't know if this is a replacement. If this is going to be the new saddle brown color, I would be a little bit disappointed because this hues a little bit more orange to me than actual brown. Here you can take a look at, this is last year's saddle brown color, and you can see just the differences between the two of them. Granted, this one has been worn a little bit. You can see on the edges that all the color is wearing away, but there's a tremendous discrepancy between saddle brown versus golden brown this year. Moving on, we're going to take a look at the dark cherry color. Looking at the dark cherry, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if it was either the deep violet or the amethyst color that they announced that was released like a little bit later on in the leather option, but it's just a really standard kind of dark purple is what I would call it. I don't know if I'd call it dark cherry. It looks a lot like what I would consider to be like a LA Laker purplish color. I think that depending upon like which color iPhone you end up going with, this could be like a pretty good look. It could look pretty interesting up against the gold or even the new blue color. But just for me personally, like purple is typically not the route that I go with my cases. The next color we're going to look at is Wisteria. So I don't really know what color Wisteria really is. It's a very interesting bluish slash slight purpley color, but it is super nice. It's super clean. It's the only thing that would concern me about this case is if the color does wear away. I keep on repeating that, but I would be scared a little bit if after just a short period of time, if this wisteria blue, purple, whatever you want to call it, starts to wear away and you get just a nasty kind of black color underneath it. But other than that, like as of right now, this looks like, to me, the best colored case. There is that green color that I'm always attracted to green, so I think that could be interesting as well. But this could really go well with any of the iPhones that have been announced. I think that, you know, the blue on blue, to me, that seems to be like a little lame, a little too easy. I like to have some sort of contrast. But this on any other of the iPhone iPhone colors, I think this would be super awesome. Next up, we have Midnight. Midnight, I think, is just black. I really never go with the black leather cases just because, I don't know, there isn't really anything intriguing. I think it looks too, like, business focused. But I think that, you know, after my experience with the other leather cases and color wearing way, maybe the black is the route to go. I think that I can't see any difference to this than just the normal, like, black leather case. So I think maybe they just have a new naming to Midnight, but there's nothing super exciting I can say about this, nothing negative I can say about it. I think it's just a good looking kind of standard overall black case. Might be the best route to go because if the color does wear away, it's not going to be as noticeable at all compared to any of the other colors. This would be your safest route. The last leather case option that I think is probably going to be my favorite is Sequoia Green. I'm always a sucker for an awesome green color, so yeah, I think this is perfect. Maybe not perfect. I think with the blue iPhone, I don't think this is probably not. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this looks up against the blue. But you put this against the silver, you put it against the gold. It's just gonna be a really nice looking color. For the iPhone 12, they did a cypress, I think it was cypress green in the silicone cases. I really loved that color, and this looks pretty similar. It's like a true rich kind of hunter, like truest green you can find out there. I think this is a winner. I would probably, as of right now, choose this depending upon the iPhone that I end up going with color wise, but this on the leather option, I think this is my favorite color. Here's just a quick comparison of my Baltic blue leather case from my 12 Pro, just to see how it looks compared to the new Sequoia Green. I think that, you know, the Baltic blue had some green undertones to it, while Sequoia Green is a true green color. It's just interesting to see them side by side because I do find that the Sequoia Green has a much more elevated look, where the Baltic blue, it's a little more, I don't know, playful. It actually doesn't look very good when I compare it to this. Second guessing the Baltic blue right now, but that's besides the point. Sequoia Green, in my books right now, I think is the winner in terms of a color perspective across all of the Apple leather cases right now. One thing that I am kind of curious about is what happens if it fits what it looks like when you put on your iPhone 12. So this is my iPhone 12 Pro. Interesting. So the buttons don't really line up, which is interesting. The cutouts on the bottom line up, but the volume rocker and the silent switch don't line up. The power button doesn't line up either, and then obviously, like, you can see just how massively different the cutout is for the camera on the back. Here you can see each of the cases lined up. You have Sequoia Green, Dark Cherry, Midnight, Wisteria, Golden Brown. I said it before, but right, Sequoia Green I think is my favorite color. Just looking at the case itself. On the phone it might change a little bit. I do find that now seeing Dark Cherry up against the other colors, I see a little bit more of that cherry color coming through. It's not as purple. Midnight is just black, whereas Wisteria, I am intrigued by it, but I will be a little bit nervous about the color wearing away and having to deal with that situation. And then when I look at Golden Brown, it really does nothing for me. If this is a saddle brown replacement, I feel like it's quite the disappointment. That's all I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment below and let me know what case you're going to be picking up for your iPhone 13. Also, I'm going to be coming out with videos, like I said, for the silicone case unboxing and unboxing of all the iPhone 13 models. You don't want to miss out on those. If you could, before we sign off, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next one.